Well, the Pittsburgh Penguins got distracted, they got chippy, they got angry, they got beaten. Saturday at PPG Paints Arena. Hi, I'm Dan Kingerski on the Pittsburgh Hockey Now YouTube channel. Penguins lose to the Ottawa Senators 5-0. As you can see, there's a hockey game about to break out behind me. It might be the first one here at the arena today. The Penguins it's a difficult game to describe because there were several different layers to this. The Penguins came out with a chip on their shoulder. Ottawa hates the Penguins. Ottawa views the Penguins as the team they have to get past to finally make the playoffs. They've got the Penguins circled on their calendar every single time. That doesn't come from me. That comes from Brady Tkachuk last season and the season before that, as Ottawa is trying to make that jump into a playoff team. And so, Michael Bunting, Penguins winger, literally a couple minutes into the game, just brought a can of gasoline to the tempers. He ripped the game apart. Chaos ensues. He's tossing players. Penguins are in the scrap. You think that's a good thing. Bunting drags the Penguins into the fight. However, the Penguins get distracted by all of that nonsense. Compounding that distraction were some brutal calls on goals by the officials, by the referees. The first one, Ottawa scores, really should have been goaltender interference. Listen, I know goaltender interference is a crapshoot, and this was within the margins of judgment call where it wasn't cut and dry. It should have been. It wasn't, as Tim Stützle kind of kicked at Nedeljkovic's back skate. Didn't really kick, but skates make contact as a shot is coming in. Stützle went into the blue paint unimpeded. Well, that's by the letter of the law, goaltender interference. Sullivan politely challenges the call, loses the interference. So now Ottawa goes on a power play. Beautiful power play goal. Take nothing away from what Shane Pinto did on Ottawa's second goal seconds later as he engaged in a net front battle. Popped out, and as he's popping out, the pass comes to him in the slot. He one-times it. Just perfect timing. Absolutely perfect. Ottawa, 5 minutes into the game, on one kind of bad, controversial call, is now up 2-0. Chaos continued through the first period. I'm not sure either team had a player play more than a couple of minutes of even strength. Get this little nugget that I dug up. By midway point of the game in the second period, at the 10-minute mark of the second period, each team had only 2 players that played more than 5 minutes at 5-on-5. It was that kind of insanity. Michael Bunting was the guy just driving some more. Erik Karlsson, however, said our tempers got the best of us. We were focused on things, not playing hockey. Take it for what you will, good and bad, bad and good. That was the Penguins game. Mike Sullivan said the Penguins weren't good enough. The game lacked details. The game lacked structure. And he's correct. The Penguins had very few good scoring chances at 5-on-5. Worse, the power play. Brutal for the Penguins on Saturday. It was probably their worst power play performance in quite some time. They were 0 for 6 Saturday. They had only 6 shots on goal in those 6 attempts. Ottawa, their penalty kill, pressured the Penguins even before the red line. They were making the Penguins fight for every inch on the man advantage. The Penguins, despite having 6 cracks at it, never really adjusted to what Ottawa was doing. It was just high pressure, and the Penguins never set up in the zone. They never got those clean zone entries to push Ottawa back and make them defend. And in fact, the Penguins did get the puck low on one occasion. All 4 Penguins drifted into what was essentially an 8-car pileup behind the Ottawa net. So now you've got all 4 Penguins forwards down low. What do you think happens? Exactly. The Penguins lose the puck battle 2-on-1 the other way. And I think Shane Pinto, why Pinto? Why not? Scores the shorthanded goal. I think it fooled Nedeljkovic, quite frankly. I think he thought Pinto was going to pass it. Nedeljkovic was standing upright when the puck zipped across the goal line. So the Penguins don't get any offense on Saturday. That's a big problem. No offense on the power play. Bigger problem. The referees whiffed on 3 goals, not just the goalie interference. There was the 4th goal, which really was the dagger in the Penguins, I think. Brady Tkachuk, not Matthew, not Keith. Brady Tkachuk swings around the net, literally lowers his head and bull rushes into Marcus Pettersson, who is defending the crease. I mean, okay, it's a net front battle. It should be interference. Tkachuk loses his helmet in the bull rush. You know, you put your head down and just spear a guy, basically. Helmet goes off. Tkachuk steps back, takes another crack to move Pettersson. Well, you take a step back and you get a two-handed chuck on a guy. He does knock Pettersson down, basically clears everybody onto Alex Nedeljkovic. So Nedeljkovic is sprawled. Tkachuk has been a bowling ball. No helmet. Batherson skates around the fray, around the crease, finds the loose puck, chips it into, kind of an easy goal that I could have scored from that point. Really, 2022 Marcus Pettersson had to be saying, well, geez, you can play without a helmet? I thought that was a pretty big missed call. It should have been either interference on Tkachuk, playing without a helmet on Tkachuk. Take your pick. That goal stands. That was really the backbreaker. The 5th goal, oh boy. Nedeljkovic thinks he has it. He's in the butterfly. He doesn't close the skates in the back. So the puck's beneath his knees, basically, but he doesn't have the back feet closed. Is that a frozen puck? Well, on Saturday, referee said no, not a frozen puck. So Stützle comes whipping around the net, literally has to reach in between Nedeljkovic's legs to pull the puck out across the line. I think by that point, Sullivan had enough of the game. He got his say, but let the refs go with just a couple of sentences. And to be honest, I didn't even see any F words. Go figure. So that is the chaos, the insanity. The Penguins lose 5-0 here at PPG. They get another crack at a very good team on Sunday. 5 o'clock start on Sunday as the Tampa Bay Lightning are in. So here's the rewinded, kind of the fallout from Saturday's loss. Now Ottawa is just 1 point back of the Penguins for the wild card spot with 2 games in hand. The Penguins are back to 500 at 18-18-8. Hey, someone scored. And the Penguins have a couple more games on this homestand before what could be a very tumultuous West Coast swing going through LA and Anaheim. I hesitate to think of what might await the Penguins in LA just logistics-wise. This could really this could be a fulcrum upon which the Penguins season tilts in the wrong direction. It's been going back and forth, inconsistent, this way and that way. They're going to have to rally in the last couple of games in the homestand without question, or Kyle Dubas might become the Grim Reaper. I think the refs missed the calls pretty blatantly. I think that submarined the Penguins. I think the Penguins need to learn how to play in these chippy games. And I think the Penguins' power play needs to do some video work, because the last few penalty kills that have been very aggressive have befuddled them. I should have started the video with that 9 minutes ago. But that's the 5-minute Penguins postgame from PPG Paints Arena. I'm Dan Kingerski. We'll do it all again tomorrow. Have fun.